The team, mental health in the family, healthy home, and healthy workplace, invite us to explore the vital link between personal well-being and operational liveliness. By recognizing that mental health is a collective responsibility, we acknowledge that every office, every home is a stage for preventive action. As a professor at university, medical doctor, allow me to go back to the definition of health. Health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not only the absence of disease or infirmity. When we talk about social well-being, workplace is included. The various presentations and activities offered today will give us the details of this definition. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, by aligning workplace policies with personal needs, we can create continuity of mental health care, while demonstrating that staff health is integrated into the institutional system of the African Union. When staff feel valued and their families feel supported, we cultivate an environment where potential is realized and innovation is developed. As I conclude, I would like to call upon every member of AU family, and of course, all of us, to have regular health screening, which are readily offered at our African Union Commission clinic. Because we should have a culture of early detection, a culture of prevention, detection of risk, and prevention of risk. Because the objective is not to go inside of the disease, but outside of the disease. But personally, I'd like to give you just early experiences when I was Minister of Health of Madagascar. Sometimes it is very difficult to explain the prevention because we don't see the result. We don't see the result. The treatment, you will see the result. Sick, treatment, and health. But when you apply the prevention system, you don't see. The result is not really tangible. But this is the most important for us, to have this culture of prevention and also the culture of early screening. So, by committing to preventive health checkups, we not only safeguard our own health but also sustain the momentum of our Africa and of our African Union. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor, for that inspirational message. Now we're gonna, we will be joined by Mr. Melvin any minute. He made the mistake of going to the new building, so we were hoping he would make it, but he's not gonna make it, I guess. So we're gonna jump into the first. Is he here already? Ah, that's him. Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay, great. So let's give him a minute, and then because we don't want to break the presentations, we want to have him speak now, and then we'll move on to the two presentations. So in the meantime, I'll announce a few things. We have been joined, as mentioned earlier, by the director, with two of the best in the sector or in the science of mental health. Professor Ranhil is from the Africa CDC. She's going to speak on a specific topic. Yes, welcome, sir. She's going to speak on a specific topic of stress, well-being, and family, the balance. Stress, well-being, and family. This is very important. To strike a balance between managing your stress and your well-being and your family and your workspace is key to a healthy life. And again, I'll refer to Dr. Adamu's line earlier. It's a privilege to be able to go to bed and then have a good night's sleep and wake up at a certain time and have a wonderful day in the morning. It's a privilege for most of us, but we take it for granted. But there are people who don't enjoy that kind of privilege. So that's why we're here with this outstanding professionals who are really of top notch, and they're going to share with us something really enlightening. So now that we're joined by Mr. Melvin, we're going to take him straight into the oven and have him speak. And then once he does, then we're going to get into our presentation. We're going to also, the very wise advice of our director, we're going to, instead of breaking for photo and coffee, we're going to finish with the two presentations, do a Q&A, and then break all the way out, enjoy our coffee, and then get to lunch later, and then enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Does that sound okay? Yeah, because we can do two presentations and a quick discussion, right? So without further ado, please welcome Mr. Melvin Tampa Joseph, Secretary General of the African Union Staff Association, for his message. Please welcome him with a round of applause. Sir.
President, Director of the GTS, President, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning and a warm welcome to you all. It is with great joy and a deep sense of responsibility that I sit before you today to celebrate Healthy and Lifestyle Day in 2025. A day dedicated not only to our physical health, but also our mental, emotional, and social well-being as staff of the great institution of the African Union. The event reminds us that the success of African Union, our ability to deliver on our noble continental agenda, depends not only on strategies, policies, and programs, but also on the well-being and healthy lifestyle of the very people who drive the vision forward, that is the staff. The importance of healthy lifestyle at work and home. Colleagues, we often dedicate our time and energy to the service of our continent, working long hours, meeting tight deadlines, and managing multiple responsibilities. In doing so, we sometimes forget that our greatest asset is our health. True wellness and healthy lifestyle is not simply the absence of illness. It is presence of balance, purpose, peace, and vitality in our daily life, both at home and at work. When we nurture our well-being, our healthy lifestyle, we enhance productivity, creativity, and harmony. A healthy workforce is not only more effective, it is also happier, it is more engaged, and more compassionate. Creating a culture of healthy lifestyle. As the African Union Staff Association, we strongly believe that healthy and lifestyle must become a shared culture, not as an occasional event. This means creating an environment that encourages open dialogue on mental health, promote physical activity and healthy nutrition, provide opportunities for relaxation, mindfulness, and social connection, support flexible working arrangements that respect family and personal time. We also recognize that healthy lifestyle extends beyond the office walls. It begins at home with our families, our communities, and our daily habits. Whether it's taking a morning walk, then spending quality time with loved ones, or eating nutritious meals. These simple practices build resilience and restore our energy. Our shared responsibility. Healthy lifestyle is a collective journey. As management, let us continue to design policies that prioritize the health and safety of staff. As supervisors, let us lead with empathy, ensuring that our team feel supported, respected, and valued. And as staff members, let us take personal responsibility for our health by making choices that honor our bodies and minds. We must remember that caring for ourselves is not selfish. It is an act of service, because when we are well, we can better serve our communities, our continent, and the beloved institution. A call to action. Today, I encourage each one of us to take this healthy lifestyle day as a moment of reflection and renewal. Let us ask ourselves, am I caring for my physical and mental well-being? Do I create space for rest, joy, and connection? What can I do differently to live a healthy lifestyle, more balanced life? Let this day not end as a one-time event, but as the beginning of our continuous journey towards holistic, healthy lifestyle, the journey we must work together as one AU family. To conclude, in closing, let us reaffirm that the African Union's strength lies in its people, and the well-being of those people is fundamental upon which our success is built. On behalf of the African Union Staff Association, I extend our gratitude to our organizers, the Director of Medical, the health professionals, and partners who made today possible. Together, let us commit to building a workplace and a community with a health, happiness, and humility that thrives. May we all continue to live well, work well, and be well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Melvin Sampa Joseph, Secretary General, African Union Staff Association. Thank you for making it, and thank you for delivering that wonderful remark with a call to action. Health is one thing we have to value above everything else. You know, it's one thing we don't have the luxury of. So when Mr. Melvin calls for that action, we should take our health issues as an issue of every single minute of every day. It's not something we think about when this annual event comes in. So thank you for reminding us of that, sir. And now we're going to go straight into the first presentation by Professor Ranghil Deepdal. She is the Senior Advisor at the Africa CDC. She's going to talk about stress, well-being, and family. This is her topic, and she's going to tell us a few expert ideas on how to strike the balance between these. Please welcome Professor Ranghil with a round of applause.
Thank you very much. Excellencies, distinguished panelists, colleagues, good morning. It's an honor to be here representing Africa CDC this morning on the World Mental Health Day, which is also Africa Wellbeing Day. I'm very honored to be here. It's a great pleasure. And I have been given 20 minutes, so I put my stopwatch on, so I don't take too much of your time, because I know there are even more exciting things like football matches coming up afterwards. I don't have control of the slides,
She will be moving.
so that actually illustrates two of my main messages. That one of the things that protects us from stress is to have control or perceived control, that we can influence things. Now, these presentations I cannot really influence because I can't push the button. But the second thing that really protects us from stress and really is a good thing for us is to have social support and to trust other people. And I'm very happy that the button will be pushed by someone I trust, and I'm very honored that you will help me with that. So thank you. Next slide. Thank you. The topic I've been given is fascinating, work and family, so it's for all of life. And mental health, as was said by Prof. Usual earlier, and also by Mr. Joseph here, is a positive thing. Mental health is a good thing. It's what makes us able to contribute to society, to take care of our families. Mental health is a good thing. Mental health is what makes us able to deal with problems and stress. Mental health is therefore a positive thing. And we have a tendency to think of mental health as a problem. But mental health conditions are not the same as mental health. And as we said before as well, therefore preventing mental health problems becomes so important, because it's needed for well-being, for our ability to solve the problems in the world and in our own lives. My background, I'll briefly mention it. I'm seconded from the Norwegian Institute of Public Health to Africa CDC, which is in itself a great honor. And I worked for many years. The picture on the top here is my first visit to Africa when I was a student and did my master's thesis in Mogadishu in Somalia in 1989. And since then I have become a clinical psychologist, I've been an academic, I have been a bureaucrat for many years, especially in the Norwegian Development Corporation in NORAD. I have been a diplomat. The picture at the bottom here is when I served as the deputy ambassador to Vietnam for 4 years. I've also been in leadership positions for 15 years. I am a board member and, as I said, currently at Africa CDC. And in all of these positions, one thing that I see is that importance of work. In addition to this, and perhaps more importantly, I'm a daughter. I have old parents who I worry about. I'm a sister. I'm a partner. I'm a mother of 3 daughters. So the family, and I'm a friend. So my family and my social network is part of me. And that joins us together, because that's something we have in common. That we have to be good workers, do our best, but we also have the family. So I'm so pleased that you chose this topic. Please. Because focusing on work really is merited. Here I will summarize hard evidence, research in a few bullet points. Work plays a big role in people's lives, not only because we spend so much time there, which we do, but also because it's a sense of our income, which makes it possible to provide for our families. We often get our identity and recognition. Work is where we can find meaning in life. It's where we have social support or meet other people. So work really is a core thing in people's lives. And good work, decent work, is good for mental health. Now I summarize a lot of research in that very simple sentence. Decent work is good for mental health. And the other way around as well. Good mental health and well-being are important for our productivity, to be able to do the work. So that goes both ways. However, there is ample evidence that work is not always decent, not always only producing good health, but also can be very stressful, can be challenging, can cause both physical and psychological problems. And therefore, promoting good work conditions and promoting well-being through work is one of our main solutions to the vast mental health challenge the world faces. Work also affects our families, as was mentioned, and our families affect our work. This is a spillover. We do not leave family thoughts away, even if we're at work. We often talk about work-life balance, and I will talk about that. It's a term I really dislike. And the reason I dislike this is that work is also life. It's not like we have life and then work. I mean, so many things in life is work. People at work, for example. And life outside work is life, but so is work. And I have a little illustration here from a time when the director of the Public Health Institute of Malawi came to Norway for an official visit, and he came for dinner with a big delegation at my house. So I'm mixing, this is you bring your, sometimes you physically mix work and private life. And the picture on top here is my youngest daughter who helped me to prepare the food. So just an illustration of how the two sometimes can mix. And I did ask Rebecca if it was okay to show her picture here. This is us welcoming the delegation to our home. She said it was okay. How do we protect workers' well-being? Now, the Secretary General of the Staff Association came up with some very concrete and very good and evidence-based suggestions. Workers' well-being requires action at different levels. This is also one of my main messages. Effective interventions require the individual level interventions that we often talk about, stress management and physical exercise, etc. But more importantly, or at least equally importantly, it requires system-level prevention and of risks of all types of hazards. This can be bullying, this can be too much stress, this can be exposure to all sorts of stressful situations and dangers. Without this system-level approach, the individual things don't really last. In a way, they can sometimes make it worse, that you're in a horrific work situation and you're told to do breathing exercises. No, I need to get my salary on time, I need my contract, I need to have a staff association that's allowed to speak up. These are conditions at work that are very important, and they need to go together with the individual support mechanisms. This system level, this approach that has to do with the infrastructure and our rights is often referred to as duty of care. And I'll return to that, meaning that the employer has a duty to protect their workers and to provide support. This is not to be charitable and nice, this is actually their duty, or our duty, having been a leader for many years. One thing that illustrates the system way of thinking is my, I'm afraid to admit, my love for James Bond. Because James Bond has lasted for so many years with so much work stress. Don't know how many of you have watched the James Bond film? Yeah, quite a few. I mean, how can you keep going for more than 60 years with all that stress? Is it the man? Is it that he's so hardy, he's got so much resilience? Or is it that his work conditions are actually quite good? And supporting all the evidence from James Bond is that the situation, the work environment, that actually predicts more of the variance than the individual factors. It means that James Bond is tough enough, but he's actually not that good. He's got all sorts of weaknesses. But his work conditions, his boss, his technical support, his freedoms, his values, all of those things, they support him more. I could talk about James Bond for a long time and he would probably kick me out, so I'll move on. So what do we do? we consider actions at, oh, poor James Bond is getting close up here. So what we have to do is consider actions at different levels. At the leadership level, leadership is so important because it provides priorities, provides a direction, provides values, provides decisiveness, resources, etc. Leadership, the whole organization, the organizational psychology, organizations, how the system is built, that's where we can do things. We can also do things as colleagues by knowing what to look for, by knowing what type of action we can take as colleagues, even if the system is not as good as we'd like it to be. And of course, as individuals, there are plenty of things we can do. So let me return to those shortly, but just a quick word about the duty of care. Because decent work is a right, staff well-being is a duty. If anyone is interested in more resources on this, feel free to contact me. There is a lot of documentation available on and the obligations that the international society and all states have agreed to when it comes to protecting workers, when it comes to recognize everyone's right to decent work, free from violence and harassment. And this duty of care includes both physical and mental health protection. And effective interventions should create an enabling practice environment as well as contribute with support available if people need extra care, if there's medical need. Again, I'll just mention there's the Global Compact framework that also spells out some of these duty of cares, including preventing harm, providing support, promoting inclusivity, and safeguarding rights, including the safeguarding the rights to collective bargaining, to individual empowerment, to whistleblower protection. Now, these things are as important as the individual issues. One of the things that comes up most often here is stress. Now, there are many types of stress, many reasons for being stressed. Here are two illustrations. The newspaper here says research shows that conflicts at work is one of the most stressful things you can have. So conflict at work, which can go on for a long time, it could be inequality, it could be harassment, bullying, it could be lack of support. These are chronic, long-term stressors. On the other time, we've got acute stress. Like here, there was an illustration here is from a shooting episode at the Social Service Bureau when some of the workers were killed by a former client. This is acute stress, very, very hard for people. Now, both of these types of stresses we need to take into account when we find ways to protect our workers. And often chronic stress is not given as much attention as these acute situations. Stress can be a good thing. Yeah. If we don't have a little bit of adrenaline, if we don't feel a bit nervous, if we don't get fired up, we don't perform so well. So we need to do that. Sometimes we need to be fired up a lot and have a lot of adrenaline to perform well. Problem arises if this lasts for a very long time. So we continue to be in this state of alertness, continue to be ready for attack, for defense, or flight, or fight over a very long time. So we need to recognize when stress is good and when it's actually too much. Recognize the warning signs. I won't go into too many details about this, but this has to do with recognizing behavioral change. People who start, our colleagues who start changing behavior, drinking too much, worrying too much, becoming cynical. Attitudes are like, it doesn't matter what I do, nobody's doing anything anyway. Or emotional, feeling depressed, feeling anxious, never able to relax, physical pains, neck pains, flus that never finish, etc. Or relational, that you get too clingy or you don't really distance yourself from everyone. This can actually spill over to the family, that you become distant in your own family because you have to think about work. Or behavior can also include how work performance is reduced. So looking out for the warning signs, knowing what they are, recognizing them, and then know what to do or having somewhere to turn. Thank you. Yes, so some of the warning signs, and if anyone wants to have this presentation, I'll be happy to share it with you, and I won't go into more of those. But instead, look at what can we do? What can we do? Next slide, please. We can look for protective factors, knowing what they are, and make more of them. Both. And these protective factors include values, meaning that work is meaningful. Even if it's stressful, if you think you're contributing something good, that protects us. To be part of something larger than ourselves, it's not just to earn money, it's actually because we want to make this society better. We feel part of a team, we're connected. Earlier we mentioned the family at work. Being part of the team, it matters. If I'm not there, somebody notices. This protects me. People at work, social networks, leaders, colleagues, these are incredibly important and potential protections. To be needed, to feel safe, to make a mistake and get that be dealt with in a decent way, to have opinions that are different from others, to be able to speak up without being afraid. This is protection. And to have some perceived control, that can influence my situation. The illustration here for Africa CDC every day, especially in the days when I feel a bit discouraged, I look up at the mission. Why are we there? What are we doing? And then I think this is why I'm away from my family. So we need to recognize and strengthen protective factors at the organizational level. Good leadership, organizational risk management, that we know our job, that it's clarity in your roles. You know what you're responsible for. You've got access to the resources you need. You have a varied workload. So sometimes it's really stressful, hard, but sometimes not so bad. Sometimes this, sometimes that. When I worked as a clinician, it was really important to have different types of cases so that you don't only deal with, in my case, I worked with torture survivors. And then my supervisor at the same time said, nah, you can't only work with torture survivors. I'll give you a few bedwetters here. And I was like, nah. And it was a very good decision. To get feedback, social support, these are so very important things. At the individual level, the same thing. That we, at the individual level, that we can look for our protective factors and strengthen them. We have a tendency to always think, oh, I'm bad at this, I'm bad at that, I need to do better and change. But how about looking at what we're good at and just doing more of that sometimes? Have a positive outlook, to have an active coping style, to have good relationships, to be healthy, to like doing physical exercise, to have values that you harness, to have a faith that helps you, to be motivated by what you do, and to have some good management skills when it comes to stress. The picture here is actually from my running route in Norway, when someone has placed a yoga frog, and that reminds me of physical exercise and yoga as two good things for me. Next. So what do we do? Here are some proposed actions, and I will move on to the next one because I've already mentioned most of these. Individual level, there are many things we can do to follow up on those protective factors, such as stress management, good exercise, proper support, supervision, feedback, help reduce the trauma reactions, etc. Next. What about the family? We mentioned that. Well, involving the family at different levels, that the family knows about what we're doing at work, and that we are aware of, as an employer as well, the challenges of expatriation, of being on the move. But that work considers family, that family knows about work. My own experience of bringing my family to work from time to time has been very good, so that they know why I'm away. When my children were little, I was not away from them because I didn't want to be with them. I was away because I was trying to do something good, and they knew what I was doing. And likewise, I never hid at work that I had children. It's not a secret. Sometimes they need to know I am worried about this or that, and that's why I need a little care now. next week. And also Rebecca in Ethiopia. Yeah. So I recommend learning stress management skills. Here are two very good resources. The Wellbeing Guide and Doing What Matters in Times of Stress. These are free in many languages. Concrete stress management skills. You've got experts here. Next week. The Wellbeing Guide is also in French and is a good one. Next one. This is the coping with stress thing and some examples of techniques. Next. And when the going gets tough, remember basic needs. Eat, drink, rest, connect with your loved ones. Remember, it's not all your responsibility. If some of this is also the employers and the leaders. And do seek help. Here are examples of food and getting rest that I illustrate. Thanks. For me to you, develop your own toolbox. What helps you? For me, music helps. Running helps. Holding on to my loved one helps. And cooking helps me. Others have their own toolboxes, but develop it, use it, and learn from other people. Finally, there are some resources here for those who want to learn more about these things I've been referring to, and I have some references here as well. Thank you very much.
What did I tell you about being very top-notch? Thank you so much for really taking the time to walk us through what we can do, what can work for us, understanding our mental health, our positions, making peace with everything that's around us, be it with our God or with Allah or with whatever we believe in, or the people that are around us, our wives, our husbands, our children, our workmates, everybody around us, taking our time to align with them, to understand them, to be there to be understood, to be able to open up. You know, these are all very, very important things. And other things that work for us. You just mentioned how cooking can help, for example, relieve stress. I do that, for example. There are times that I spend 2-3 days in a row in my house by myself, cooking, experimenting, trying to bake bread, for example. Why not? So whatever works for you, take time and see if you can really align with yourself. Then you can align with everybody else around you. So thank you so much, Professor. Can you please give a round of applause? Okay, great. So one more presentation, then we'll get to a Q&A with you, and we will call it a day. We'll go out for our outdoor activities. So our next presenter is Dr. Freyot Jabisa, another expert in this area, a clinical psychologist, as you know, here at the African Union. She's going to walk us through her presentation, and her presentation is going to, again, enlighten us on what it means to be mentally healthy and how to take mental health positively and how to deal with it every day. Please welcome Dr. Freyot with a round of applause.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All is well?
Yes. Somehow. I like that.
Okay, let me kind of introduce myself. My name is ELFARUS. I'm a clinical psychologist here in African Union since 2018.
I'm sorry, Doc. If you're too far from the mic, it should be okay if you sit. You don't mind, do you?
Yeah.
Yes.
I work here for 5 years as a clinical psychotherapist. I'm also teaching in the university as a university assistant professor of social work and social development. I do also consultancy work. I'm a mother, I'm a wife. Okay, I think that's enough. Today I'm going to do my presentation on mental health in the family and workplace. When we choose this topic, and as our team and our slogan for this year's African Healthy Lifestyle Day, and also for International Mental Health Day, 10th of October, we have reasons. While I was working here, the first week I came, I never had a single case. at the end of the week, the first day I had 1 case. The first day I joined, I had 1 case, June 10, 2020. And then I never had a case for almost a month. There is no case. Second month, no case. Third month, no case. Now I go to my supervisor, Dr. Mary, clinical head of clinics, and I asked her, why do you hire me? Why do you hire me? Because I'm not having any patient, any clients. So she told me, doctor, just wait. You will be overflooded. I wait for 1 month, I got kind of cases. It continues. So today, as we speak, we are having more than 245 cases. I spoke with more than 245 cases of having mental health issues. So we can see, now I'm overflooded, as she said, overflooded. I can't accommodate them. We have long waiting lists, mental health, why matters? Why mental health matters? We are all professionals. We are all leaders. We are all, very strong, diligent, hardworking mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, okay, and workers. We feel that we are very strong. We feel that we are safe. We are healthy. But once upon a time in our life, just once upon a time in our life, there is time when we are having issues in our life, very complicated ones. Some part of our life might be touched. Some part of our life start to be affected. It can be our kids. It can be our health. It can be our work. It can be our family. Once upon a time, it's very rare. At that point, I usually call it rough spot or black spot. At that point, even though we are the strongest person, even though we are professionals, scientists, professors, leaders, prime ministers, laymen, the richest people, the poorest one, at that point, we are the weakest person in the world. Just because of the complication of the issues, because of the overlapping of the issues that we are having in our life. In that spot, every one of us can be in that rough spot or black spot. So it is in that spot that we want someone in our life. Just someone whom we can count on. Just someone who can empathetically listen to our emotions, to our feelings, to our thoughts, and our actions. We need someone whom we trust and open up. Who is that someone in your life? Who is that someone? Mother, father, sister, brother, friend? Please, if you have that someone, just open up to that someone. If that someone is not around you, then please come or go to the professionals to open up. That professional may help you to divert, to reframe your condition, to divert the issue that you are stuck in with. So that's what I want to tell you about mental health. It feels like we can never have mental health in our life, but it's just close to our life. Once upon a time we are there. Every one of us cannot be free from that. Thank you so much. So why family in the workplace? I will come to that. Before that, this year International Mental Health Day theme is access to service, mental health in catastrophe, and emergency areas. This is the team. I will not go in detail of that. African Healthy Lifestyle Day 2025, our team is mental health in the family. Healthy home, healthy workplace. Why that I'm going to address. These are my outlines. Mental health. What is mental health now? WHO defines mental health as a state of well-being where an individual realizes their potential, where we start to know what are our potentials. Can we cope up with stressful life? Okay. Every day we are living in stressful life. Stress, as Professor was saying, is normal. The stress is important. There is good stress and bad stress. So we need to have the good stress. But we have to make sure that we can adjust ourselves in that stressful situation. Work productivity and contribute also to community or environment where we are. Mental health, it includes the emotional, okay, the mental, the thoughts, the emotional, the behavioral, the social, and also the spiritual. We are adding the spiritual dimension. WHO is adding the spiritual dimension. So we need to address all this in mental health. What is mental health? Mental health illness. What's mentally ill? Okay? It's a state of, or it's a condition where our thought, our emotion, and our action is affected. If our thought is affected, our emotion is affected. If our action or behavior is affected, so that means we are having mental health issues because we are the result of our thought, our emotion, and our action. As a note, mental health is not just absence of illness. I heard from one of our keynote speakers saying mental health is not absence of illness. It's an emotional balance, include an emotional balance, how we adapt to our issues, self-esteem and relational harmony. This is what we call mental health. Why mental health and mental health service matters? Why it matters? Let me just have a brief of why it matters. It matters because it is a major cause of ill health and disability globally. Globally, if you can see WHO's data, 1 in 8 people, which is around 970 million people, are living or having mental health disorders. It's a significant number. And actually, only 2 out of 3 of patients with mental illness don't seek the service due to discrimination, stigma, and also due to lack of access. And even 80% of those having mental health issues do not have access to any quality and affordable psychotherapy or psychiatric service. So mental illness is a major issue for our globe, and is also an integral part of occupational safety and occupational health. So that's why we need to care about mental health. Why should we care about mental health in workplace? It's because about 75% of employees report experiencing burnout at some point in their career and had significant mental health concerns. 75%. Very significant. And companies having mental health programs in their institution have see a return on investment of $4 in every $1 spent on mental health service. So if you spend how much? So it's a great thing, yeah? It's a great thing. Why we are concerned about mental health still is because it's really costing us too much. For example, if you see depression and anxiety, they are estimated to cause a global loss of 1 trillion USD in productivity each year. So it decreases productivity, which costs about 1 trillion USD. It's a great deal. And employees with mental health issues also are 2.5 times more likely to take time off. Okay? They say they bring sick leave and they complain and okay, the background is mental health. Okay? Their thought or emotion or action are affected. And this contributes to absenteeism and presenteeism. Okay? Absenteeism, they are there, they are in the office, but they are not productive. They are there physically, mentally they are not. Okay? So it contributes for absenteeism and presenteeism, and then in general it affects productivity. So that's why we are concerned about mental health in the workplace. That's why it matters really. Why mental health in the family matters? Why it matters? Because all employees, all staff members bring their whole life. We bring all of our life to work. We don't just come physically. Okay? We bring our family and family issues. We bring our health and health issues. We bring everything to the office, to the work environment. We bring our moods, our worries, our challenges, our strengths, our weaknesses, everything. And really emotional strain in the family, if you have issues in the family, believe me, you have issues at work. If your supervisor shouts at you, if your co-workers are aggressive or just irritable, please go and ask, is everything going well in your life? Okay. Is all well? Rather than just keep on that level of mood, emotion, and keep him or her to uplift. You better come and then go, sir, are you okay? Is everything going well in the family? It's going to outburst very soon, rather than. So, any person who have emotional strain in the family, issues in the family, believe me, we have issues at workplace also. So that's why we are saying strengthening mental health at the family level can reduce burnout and stress at an office. It also reduces absenteeism, presenteeism, and also it increases productivity. So we can say that we cannot have strong organization without strong family. Building strong family means building strong institution. So what are the common health challenges at home? Communication is another, especially at home. Communication, problem with communication is a major part of the problem. Parental stress and relationship strain, lack of rest and shared time, communal time is an issue. At work overload, burnout, stress, lack of recognition and support, poor work-life balance. Professor addressed that very well. What is the connection between home and workplace? The home and workplace are the two pillars of our mental life, or our life. Two major pillars, two major and important issues in our life. If one is affected, the other is affected. If one is weak, the other struggles. So we bring our emotions, experience, and energy from work to home, and also we bring emotional strain at home that often leads us to have workplace stress and burnout. So supporting the family well-being is a core strategic investment in productivity at work. That's why we choose this year to focus on family and workplace. For example, if you have family conflict, definitely it affect our concentration. If we have emotional exhaustion at home, we end up with fatigue, distraction at work. It's morning, we feel that we slept well, we are ready to work, but you feel you are fatigued, you are tired, you are exhausted already. If that is the case, believe me, you have emotionally exhausted. And supportive relationship at home, if we have that provision, our motivation is enhanced, and we have emotional balance, we have emotional balance, and we can think critically, okay? We can think out of the box, we are active, engaging, so it's really enhance our productivity at our workplace. Balance work and family, if we have balanced work-family life, then we can have better decision, we can be a better decision maker as a leader, we have resilience, and we can say that our mental health situation is sustainable. Why it matters at home? For example, a wealthy home or healthy home means, if we say we have a healthy home, that means we have love, strong connection. We have a compassion, and we have very good emotional safety. We have honest communication in our family. The conflict resolution skill, we have very good conflict resolution skill. We have shared routines, and we have enough time for ourselves to rest. So, okay, just mentally healthy family creates staff members who have improved emotional regulation and ego strengths. You know what we mean by ego strengths? Sigmund Freud is a very prominent person with this thing. There is ego and superego. Okay? It is the biological, selfish part of our personality. It's a biological, more physiological. And the superego is more of the social, okay? More of the social responsibilities. So these are two extremities in our personality. Sometimes we feel that we are selfish when we care for ourselves. Sometimes people also feel that we are selfish, we are id-dominated, okay? We want everything for ourselves. We want the boat mission or every time out, like, okay? We don't share resources, we don't share responsibilities, we don't share. So we keep, okay, shouldering the responsibility as well. So this is a kind of id part of our personality. The super ego part is like you are more concerned on morality and so on. So a person who have strong ego, okay, is more of rational, can balance, can do kind of rational kind of decisions, and so I don't want to go in detail with that. So ego strengths is very, very essential in our family life and also in our day-to-day life. And mentally healthy family, if staff members have mentally healthy family, they have stronger creativity, stronger empathy. They can empathize for their co-workers, for their supervisors, if they are leaders. They have strong problem-solving skills, strong emotional resilience against workplace, and they have very balanced kind of life. They have also stronger collaboration and teamwork spirit, and we can say, in general, they can collaborate. That if the family environment is, affected, staff members can manifest these symptoms like fatigue, insomnia, physical tension, difficulty in concentration, irritability or withdrawal, loss of motivation and interest at work and with the team, high sensitivity to feedbacks from supervisor. Just the supervisor may give feedback. Can you please correct this? Start to shout, start to be irritable, so not that kind of symptoms on yourself and also on your colleagues. If that's the case. Irritability, withdrawal, burnout, increased absenteeism and presenteeism, lower productivity, interpersonal conflict at work. We have a lot of I have a lot of clients whose mental health issue whose mental health is affected just because of their conflict with their supervisors. Supervisor conflict is one of the major cases in our opinion. Interpersonal conflict is really what we should work with. So, actually, supervisors, the leaders, can assume that if they found staff members having these symptoms, usually we, like the supervisors, the leaders, start to look at the performance. When they are do the appraisals, they focus on the result, not what condition that staff member is going through. So I will have a recommendation on that later. So what's our role? Role of staff member? What are the role of family? What is the role of AUC or other institutions to address this issue? The staff members' role include enhancing self-awareness, including recognition of stress from home, if stress is affecting him or her. Self and family care is very important. Setting boundaries, developing healthy coping strategies, having empathy, putting oneself in others' shoe, enhancing engagement, decreasing screen time, which is really our challenge today. Developing work-life balance is very important, and this is a personal role of staff member as an individual. If it's beyond that, we need to seek professional help if we believe that we are in need of that. What are the role of organization? Providing family and parenting workshop is very essential. Creating an employee assistance program, encouraging flexibility during family transitions when there is a birth of new baby, weddings, and there are different kinds of family transitions. So flexibility there, encouraging breaks and reflection of moments, promoting team empathy and kindness, integrating mental health campaigns into annual wellness activities, just like what we are doing today. What are the role of organizations? Integrating, okay, I did that. Offer confidential therapeutic service for staff members and their dependents. We start, but it's not enough. We are working on that. Offer encouraging work-life balance policies. We need to have policies on work-life balance. Even there should be an initiative from the organization on this, not only just leaving on the staff members. The organization need to take the responsibility also supporting, providing mental health education and psychotherapy, training leaders. This is very important. Our leaders mainly focus on the result, on the productivity, not what's going on the process, not like the initiative of the staff members. So there are also shared responsibility for family, workplace, and individuals. Family, as a family, we need to provide emotional stability and understanding. We need to have emotional stability and understanding. The workplace should foster supportive policies and develop mental health culture in the workplace. At the individual level, practice of self-care, setting boundaries, and having good skill of communication is very important. Takeaways for staff members. Practicing daily self-care and emotional regulation is very important. Keeping boundaries between work and personal life. Model empathy, balance, and respect in every environment. Seek early professional help and if needed. This is very essential as well. Takeaways for families: create time for connection, discussion, relation, develop very strong relationship, and also prayer is also very important. Both before we leave to work and when we get back from work, we need to make sure that we are well connected with our family members. It can be just taking 2 minutes. Just gather yourself and come together, pray for 2 minutes. Okay? And when you get back, just after, before you get into bed, you can just have very even 1 minute makes sense. It really keeps our relationship, connection. The bond will be stronger and stronger. Building strong family values. As an African, we have very rich, very good values, family values, individual values, cultural values. We need to maintain those strong family values and rituals so that we can foster emotional safety and also trust among ourselves. Support and nurture each other's career and personal growth. In the family, usually, we don't give much attention for career of one another. And personal growth, we don't motivate, encourage personal growth of the family members. Practice forgiveness and compassion. At times, there are, we have complicated problems, one big mistake, and so on and so on. We cannot do anything rather than just forgive. Just live. Okay? Live and forward. Move forward. We cannot do usually. Just because we cannot forgive, we stuck. And every dimension of our life also stuck. So forgiveness is psychological, spiritual, and also scientific. It's very important in the family. Building strong family values, as I said, and rituals that foster safety, trust. For AUC, creating mental health promotion campaign is very important. Building flexible staff and family support work environment is important. Building capacitating the leaders in mental health so that they can early identify mental health issues and also help the family members, the staff members is very crucial. Providing mental health comprehensive health service, doing screening, therapy, supervision, and follow-up is very essential. Strengthening collaboration between our directorate, medical health service directorate, and HR and other management lines is also very important in terms of mental health programs. In conclusion, mentally healthy workplace begins with emotionally strong colleagues. And investing in family wellness is investing in an institutional productivity and institutional excellence. When we heal our homes, we heal our workplace. When we heal our workplace, we heal our nation. I can say there is no health without mental health. To be healthy, you need to also be mentally healthy. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Doc. Truly a wonderful presentation. I was thinking as you talked about forgiveness, the art of letting go is a very powerful thing, right? It's a very powerful thing. Okay, somebody did you something bad. Okay, what are you gonna do? To let go is the best solution and also the best revenge. Feeling angry about someone, keeping it in there, is gonna hurt you more by all necessary means. And I remember there's an old saying, maybe you could help me remember who said it. Feeling bad about someone, what's that word for feeling angry towards someone? There's a word for it. Feeling angry towards someone. Huh? When you feel angry towards someone because of something they've done to you, there's a word for it. Resentment. Resentment is like drinking a poison and expecting the person you hate, you resent, to die. You know? You resent me, it's not gonna hurt me, it's gonna hurt you more. Every time you see me, be like, this guy. And I wouldn't even know. So letting it go, forgiving is, I think, is a very, very powerful thing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be lecturing you. We want to hear from you. We'll take about 15-20 minutes. We want to talk about mental health with you. So we have the professionals, we're our directors here, and we're open for questions. We'll take a few minutes for Q&A, and then we'll respond, we'll discuss. It doesn't necessarily have to be a question, it could just be your opinions, your thoughts, maybe some good experience you want to share. Could be from your readings, it could be from your personal life. So share it with us, then we'll call it a day, we'll step outside, enjoy our coffee, and then we'll get to lunch and the afternoon activity. You know, with all the dancing and the games and activities. So, who wants to break the ice?
Yes.
Yes, sir, awesome. I like you because earlier she said, how are you? And he said, are you doing well? And he said, somehow, I love the honesty, so let's hear from you, sir.
Okay. My name is Michael Bonkoy, from the Department of Finance. I'm the father, an employee, uncle, brother, etc. I want to thank the two presenters for the presentation on stress, mental health, and family. I also want to thank the Director of Medical Services for organizing this forum to educate us about our mental health. I also want to thank my brother, the Secretary General of the Staff Association, for the presentation. I just want to look at comment on stress, which I didn't hear from the presentation. When you're under stress, do not make a decision. No matter the level of stress, do not make a decision or do not write anything. If you write, keep it. The next day when you read it, you're going to regret what you have written because you're going to use all the emotional words in that letter. I do recall one of our police was here. He had retired now, I won't call his name. I met him once in the corridor of the AU, and I said, I'd love to ask people and read them, ask for the family. There's a reason for that. So he said, oh my God, I've just submitted my letter of resignation. I said, what happened? So I said, do you have a job back home? Do you have an employment letter home that when you go, you have that employment letter? He said, no. Is the director refusing to sign your contract? No. So what is the problem? The director is not refusing to sign your contract. You have no employment letter back home. You have 2 years to retire. So what is the motivation? Oh, Michael, you know, I'm so unhappy in the AU. They went on and on and on. I said, you know why? Do you think that everybody in the AU is happy? Do you think everyone is happy here? No! There are challenges that all of us are going through in the AU. Yet we have families to support. We have kids that are going to school. We have people back home in Liberia or their home country that are depending on us. So we just make an emotional decision now without any fallback position to say, yes, when I go home, this is what I'm going to do. You have then 2 years to retire. And your director is also interested in you to continue with the job. So what is the big deal? I think myself here, I'm also frustrated. I'll be applying to move to one level, I'm never getting there. Does it mean that you retire now? No. So I advised, I said, you know what, my brother, go right now to HR and withdraw the letter and tell them that I was so much stressed on the risk. So I'm able to say that we're making it, everybody's so much stressed as it was mentioned by presenters here. But do not make decisions under stress. Later you're going to regret it and know it, So that's one. Number two is how to be a family. My daughter, I think the first presenter mentioned your daughter. My daughter would tell me, Daddy, don't go to work today. Don't go to work. I said, well, how do you eat chocolate? How do you get a biscuit but do not go to work? So we have to balance the work with the family because sometimes the children want you to spend some time with them. At the same time, you want to go to work to provide their basic needs. So we should find a way that will balance that and make sure the family life is also incorporated into our work life. As my sister rightfully said, sometimes we have what they call displaced aggression. You come home with a problem. You come to the workplace. Anything happens with your boss talk to you, you pound him, you blow him. And sometimes when the boss may not even know what is happening, then they consider you to be maybe somebody rude before even calling you to the office. Oh my God, what happened today? I saw this. And again, for the workplace, we also frustrated from the workplace again. You take it back to the house. When your wife says something, no, you respond 4 or 5 times. So I like the forum that you organized. We hope that the director will continue with that. Our mental health is very, very important because it has a psychological effect, our social effect as well. But do not make decisions whenever you are under stress. No matter the level of stress you are under. Thank you so much for the presentation and the submission.
Wow. I have a question, sir. What is a therapist like you doing in the finance department? No, you should join Dr. Frey.
No, first and foremost, I have been a leader in my community back in Liberia.
Amazing.
I settle family matters, I settle many issues that people brought to me as an elder in my community. I'm also a leader here, so I know all of that. And the last thing I want to say is that here we come to work, we are very stiff.
Yeah.
Directors should organize social events outside of AU compound.
Yeah.
Yes. You will see the difference of your staff.
Yeah.
I remember when HR, I was Hakim had the sorry for taking person of that. Hakim maybe the funding for the social activity, which is going to be there 100 breath every month. Why sufficient money? And I took her out. I want to amble. And I was surprised that the people who are so glued to computer, I could see people drinking beer, whiskey is going, people are talking to the director, somebody came to be the word. I said, no, this is an informal occasion now. You can engage the head of division, you can engage the director here now on your concern. Because some people, they have problems, they want to go to the office, there's bureaucracy. The secretary is there. Yeah, the director is busy. But now, this is a social event. And I saw people started talking to the head of division. I saw some people dancing, where people who in the offices that are put on computer. I saw my Ethiopian friends showed up, going up, coming down. Yeah. So it is, I would recommend that you have this social event outside of the AU compound, where you see your staff. You will know that, yes, these are people, even some of our sisters, we were afraid to talk to them. We were brave to go there and talk to them, engage them. So I would propose as a social event outside of the compound, then you know the kind of people you're dealing with. Thank you.
You know what?
I'm going to take off my jacket and look and relax. I'm going to take off my tie too. I don't think I need this. It's supposed to be a social event.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm going to run up my sleeve. Don't take off your shirt. So listen, there is a song. 2 things I wanted to pick from your remarks.
Don't make decisions in your mat. I'm sure you know that song by Jennifer Lopez and LL Cool J. You know that song? It's about her deciding to leave because he's not listening, and this is it.
She said, that releases stress.
Now she says, all I have is my pride, and I'm leaving. And then he says, don't make decisions when you're mad. Don't make decisions when you're mad. Because when you're mad, you wouldn't know what you're doing. And sometimes it's really sad and funny, same time. You're mad at the person who has nothing to do with why you're mad. So you're pissed at the office, and then you go home, you bang the door, and you scream at your wife or your children, you kick the dog off. It's like, and then sometimes when you sit back and reflect later, when you're calmed down, when the anger simmers down, you'd be like, why am I mad at my wife? She has nothing to do with this. Exactly. So don't carry things away. And another thing you mentioned, very important. I think we need to make use of this gentleman a lot. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Can we give him a round of applause? Carrying anger to the house or whatever else is really a dangerous thing. And it affects you, not just you, but your entire surroundings. So leave it behind. Leave it behind. Work it out with the person you have to deal with, and don't carry it to the other person. It's very powerful. It's really, really an important part of our lives. Imagine what happens when you have an accident on the road. You hit somebody from behind, or somebody hits you behind you when you're driving. And you come out of the car and be like, I'm going to kill you. Why are you so mad? It's just a car. We can fix it. You know? But because of that, because you can't just skip that incident, okay, you hit my car, I get out and say, what happened? Okay, you're going to get it fixed for me. Because you can't have that decent conversation, you can actually get into a fight with the person. Yes, the cars hit each other, now you're going to hit each other. And then you're going to have more damages, you know. So, really wise, thank you so much. Asante sana. And maybe we should do some Jambo Bwana later on, you and I. Okay, who wants to go next? This is brilliant. Yeah, now people are motivated. Please.
Okay, thank you, Professor Rani, Dr. ELFARUS, and Director Adam for taking this initiative to bring the mental health awareness to AU and, of course, the Secretary General of the Staff Association. So I think my brother there has touched a very important point, whereby we see the significance of disruption at workplace, the impact, the reverse impact to the family. Because if I could read your presentation, it was more of how the family is affecting the work organization, but it's the reverse. So the family always will act as a buffer, and then when that buffer is finished, when we have the stimulus from the organization, then the family also will also be affected. So much as our grandmothers, our uncles are doing a lot to, saying, okay, go back, it will go, there's a lot of counseling in the family level when people go back at home to air out. But when that buffer zone is finished, that's what he was trying to say. This is a time whereby your wife is talking to you and you talk more. Yeah, and the background actually is work. So I think we need a balance and the same capacity to recognize the stress, the other actually stresses. Those skills also should be equipped at a workplace. So maybe this is in particular to Professor Rain, that what is our initiative to capacitate? What are our initiatives now? Since we are making this kind of awareness to AU staff. So we have a director, you have a DCP, you have a DG, and the list goes down at the head of division, the heads of unit, and we have our subordinates. So how are we equipped to know now this staff, I think something is wrong, because I think the general response, we are just focused on our SOPs and the protocol. We are not reporting on time, so this is your tenants. This is my assessment. Maybe last time you got grade 4, this time it's going to be 2 because you're not reporting on time. And whatever problem they are trying to explain, we don't seem to understand, to connect also on what is happening in our ground, or also the family that is brought back to the workplace. We visited one place and one staff was really frustrated. Actually, he was complaining that he has so many Goliaths. Actually, he used that term, that he has so many Goliaths at workplace. They don't seem to understand him for whatever reason that he's claiming about probably his medical condition. So it is all about HR scoring him down, and even to the extent that now they want to, terminate his contract. But when you listen to him, it's something that if you come to understand the holistic nature of what he is going through, sincerely, you will have to balance this and, increasing the efficiency at his workplace, but also become part of an effective member in the family. So this is an oversight, but really I want to know at the Africa CDC, probably Dr. Firewood and our Director Adam, what are the initiatives now we want to do, because mental health was something that was not integrated in our curricula. You are a legal officer and it's all about legal, you are finance, you are only finance. And it seems that now this one is a cost-cutting issue, and I think we need to take further steps so that we have capacity to equip our leaders and anyone who is in the supervision position to become integral part of mental health. It cannot only be fireworks, it's too much, so everyone should take this. Thank you.
Great. Should anybody want to respond to that? Otherwise, we can end all together later on. Yeah, take a few more points. Yeah. Okay. So I think I saw your hand, Matt.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Audrey John. I am a medical student, and I'm very honored to be around such great professionals. And my question is going to be centered on the mental well-being. So in many African societies, mental health is still stigmatized. How can young medical students like me contribute to changing the narrative around mental well-being, both in our universities and the communities we'll serve? Thank you.
Statement that they definitely will take that. Okay. Anyone else? Maybe one or two more? Doesn't necessarily have to be a question. You can just share your thoughts, ma'am. If you could move forward, or maybe I could just give you my mic.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Unfortunately, we missed part of the presentation. We were late, but anyway, I just wanted to ask a question. My name is Sablonge, and I come from the Human Resources Department. Of course, we work with the staff members very closely. Our work makes it necessary. But I wanted also to know whether, I'm not sure whether I'm addressing it to the right panel, but I wanted also to know whether there has been some attempt to do a survey on what is affecting the mental health of people around the workplace. I think our colleague here raised a very important issue of the workplace affecting the mental health, and we are now going back to, spread it over in the family and affecting our family well-being. So is there any kind of survey done so far? What is affecting people's wellness in this workplace of ours? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Anyone else? Like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be a question. It could be a comment, a suggestion, a contribution, or thought. Yes, one more. Yeah, and then, we don't have a lot of time for an open panel, but we just want to hear from as many people as possible.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Kevin Ochacho is my name from the Department of Political Affairs, Peace and Security. I'm happy to see my two doctors there, one from Africa CDC and our psychologist. Nice. So one of the things we do in my work, of course, especially within the post-conflict areas, of course, is the provision of mental health to affected communities and everything. So what I would like to say here, because I think it's important for us to move beyond rhetorics and beyond the talks and go into implementation. And my experience within this organization after 13 years of service working with AU, there's something that we need to really, how can I say, not just accentuate, but we need to really enforce. People, staff members need to know and they need to take their leaves. And that is a problem. Because even the supervisors don't grant the leaves to the staff members, which is another problem. You are a head of division, you are a head of unit. You know the capacity you have. You know the staff members you have. You should be able to see that, oh, this is your staff, one is overwhelmed, this one has this one has this. And you should be able to tell them, take your leave and go and rest. It's about responsibility. The managers have to be responsible as well. So, I believe if staff assurance is here, I'm happy that Melvin is here, we can work with HR, especially for staff members, because the problem in AU is we have different categories of staff. We have AU staff that fix them, regular, we have secondary staff. So, all of these things, sometimes the secondary staff you cannot control, you don't know how they take the risk because they're not within the system. So, we need to have a parameter where AU staff association, medical services, and HR to be able to see how to make sure that our staff members, especially within these precarious conditions that we're working, SACA is not implemented, the reforms I don't know where they are, we are suffering a lot in terms of human resources. We need that, where in a division or in a department, we can be able to say, okay, how are the staff members here, has everyone been able to take leave or so, why won't we not be able to take leave? I can assure you, I've had a lot of people coming to me saying that because of the type of contract they have, they are unable to take leaves. So why? Why? We have to be humane at the end of the day. So for me, it's basically we have to enforce. For me, I'm beyond these rhetorics and beyond the talks. For me, we need to implement, we need to enforce, and we need to find a way for staff members to take their leaves by force. We have a colleague who passed away 1 week ago in Ghana, 34 years. Passed away. 34 years old. Where are you going at 34 years? And ask people say he was stressed, he was overwhelmed. For what? So really that's really my own intervention, my point, and it's a plea because the director of medical is here, my good friend Melvin is here for Staff Association. I myself am part of Staff Association. Yes, I see as well, Kevina is here as well, all of the good activities. So we really need all of us, we really need to really, the senior management, chairperson and deputy chairperson, they really have to be on top of this. For staff members to really know when and how to take their leave, and for the managers to also be careful and also be caring and humane at the end of the day. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Quite valid. Yes, yes.
Yeah, I think we have 3 very valid observations and questions. I will try to respond to this round. If we have more, then we can take. And I will just touch the surface. I will ask Professor Rat and of course my dear Dr. Freud to also give their inputs. So the first thing I want to say is, even if we stop this event here right now, I'm happy because our objective is achieved. We want people to have a sense of what we are seeing in the medical directorate. We want people to be aware that this mental health issue is not fiction. It is not something we are just imagining or trying to raise a false flag, as they say. It is real. And it is really more serious than any of you can think. The big constraint we have has to do with our training as medical doctors, especially in areas of confidentiality. We are not able to disclose a lot, even on normal situations, not to talk about mental health. I cannot disclose the kind of cases we see, really. But a lot of them will frighten you. And I can tell you, Dr. Freud sometimes, she absorbs so much heat, so much stress from other people's problem. At some point, I had to tell her that if you're not careful, you will become a patient now. And I've been trying to tell her not to be a patient. She sometimes closes by 8:30, by 9 in this house. And believe it or not, she's the only person we have as a part-time staff who is trying her best to listen. She spends 2 hours, 3 hours on one person just to try to diagnose the problem. So, given what we see, since I come on board, we decided to draft what we call a mental health scale-up strategy. It is a 5-year plan which involves a lot of stakeholders. We have costed the plan. We know exactly how much it takes to implement this project. We know who are the partners that can help us to do it. We know the stakeholders. Where we have a big problem is the funding. Believe it or not, in the last 6-7 months, in order for us to get funding or to implement this strategy, I'm not talking about meetings with the senior leadership AU, that one is normal, it's in this house. This strategy took us to Nairobi, to mental health hospitals in Nairobi, during a 2 weeks training organized by CDC, and I must really commend CDC. We have found common ground and areas of overlap and areas of common interest. They also have a big component of mental health in their portfolio. So we have agreed to work together. So in one of our trainings in Nairobi, we have decided to visit a mental health hospital in Nairobi and see how they do their issues there. Another place where we go to implement this strategy and looking for money, it took us to Malabo. We knocked on the door of a first lady of that country. We are hoping to get some money from there. Last 2 weeks, one of my doctors, a veteran, Dr. Job, has gone to Korea, trying to ask partners to see if they can support us with the mental health. I'm going to Turkey this Sunday, and I'm going to also ask for money to implement this strategy. So there are many other things we have done to see how are we going to respond to this issue, and we will not relent. And I can tell you that for CDC, they have proposed one training which is going to answer the question of the gentleman who was asking now, how are we going to detect this problem early? And especially my very able head of division, Dr. John, he raised a very important question. As a head of division, as a head of unit, as a director, or even a supervisor, what can you do to notice that your staff has a mental health problem, even if you're not a doctor? It's not difficult to have some clue. Okay? So I'm very happy that CDC and Dr. Muhammad Ebenik is not here praising, and Professor Bragg. We sat in a round table in Nairobi, and we feel that there's need for us to have a mental health leadership training specifically for leaders in AU and any other organs of this union. We are not restricting our services to Addis Ababa, otherwise we'll be selfish. So, and everywhere we go, like I said in the beginning, we see mental health issues. Just now, Dr. John is telling you what we saw in another country we visited only yesterday. We returned from that country. One particular staff says exactly what Dr. John is saying. I feel like I'm a small David surrounded by 1,000 Goliaths. That everybody is trying to see the end of me in this house, in one of the offices. So mental health are really serious, and we look forward to inviting whoever has a supervisory responsibility to have some idea. In fact, at some point, we believe even at the time of recruitment, we need to really screen people for mental health, to really understand what are they bringing to the union. You don't want to bring somebody who is going to behave so abnormally without treating the person first. So we're doing something. That strategy has capacity building, has expansion of the services. When we started, we only have 3 days a week services. Now we want it to be 7 days in a week. We want to have more of the pavilions here, not 1, not 2, not 3. We want to have even a new floor, a very confidential place where you can go without anyone worrying about you to get your services. We want to get that place. And of course, we want to start to answer the question of my sister from HR. We are trying to use technology now to see how can we actually give you a QR code that on your phone, you'll answer a few questions about your mental health, and we will be the custodian of that information, so it will be safe. We don't want anybody to have access to that information except the authorized staff. By analyzing those few questions, we may come up with some understanding or screen you for mental health issues. My colleagues, when we say mental health or mental illness, we're not talking about people who have gone crazy or people who are walking naked in the street or people who are beating other people. If you are unable to sleep in the night, you think about many things, or you feel like a small David among many Goliath, you have a mental health problem. You are deviated from normal, and you don't need to be shy about it. You need to bring it out. So in summary, I'm sure they can tell you the details of what we're doing, but we are trying our best within the constraints of the system to find some funding and really address these issues once and for all. We cannot continue to ignore them. We cannot continue to assume that someone will come from the heavens and address this problem for us. We are the ones who are going to do it by ourselves. So please join us. I agree. We will have to do everything together with HR, with many people, even PAF Directorate, this my brother is talking about. I have received a PA to the Commissioner last 2 or 3 months from PAFs, for that matter. And that guy was telling me they have very serious mental health problem in PAFs. I can't disclose anything more than this. But it is not just PAFs. Go to any organ. I have been there many times in many places. People have some deviations from normal behavior and normal conduct and normal mental stability. I'm not saying we're crazy or we're mad. No. I'm saying there are triggers, there are factors that we cannot ignore. This place is a place of work, and there is stress in this place, and there is concern that if you ignore it, we may really find ourselves in serious mental health problems. So trust me, we are not sleeping on this. We are trying our best. We have the technical knowledge. We have a strategy. We know what to do, but we don't have the money to do it. That's the summary. And they will be happy if any one of you can help us in raising funds to help ourselves. So I'll pause here and give to my colleagues to add more.
Thank you very much. And thank you for all those insightful reflections and good questions. I tried to group them and will respond with my reflections on these. I'm an advisor, so sometimes I take the liberty of advising, which is rare and privilege.
When it comes to that issue of that was brought up of what are you doing, I'm glad to hear, and I'm glad we have the collaboration between you and the Africa CDC, and I'm glad to hear of the plans and to be allowed to follow these. My advice, as always, would be not to focus exclusively on clinical services, on scaling up clinical services, because that is not going to solve the problem. It's a little bit like rescuing drowned children at the bottom of the stream, rather than going to the top of the stream and stop someone from throwing them in. So my advice will always be to focus on the duty of care, on how to promote a good work environment. And one of the main actions to do that is leadership training, to anchor these policies, to provide good policies and anchor these at leadership levels, at all levels. And to train leaders and supervisors to understand risk factors and protective factors and stress management. And when it comes to performance reviews, one of the things we should be evaluated on is how well we're doing on work environment. As a leader, how well am I doing? How happy, how much absence and how much big turnover is it in my department? And what we measure will often be what happens. I would recommend all staff to be trained in stress management, but particular focus on leaders. There was an interesting questions about a stigma. There is good evidence-based strategies to combat stigma. One of the main things is to take lived experience seriously, to make sure that nothing happens in terms of policies or interventions without involving people who know what it's like, people who have the lived experience of mental health conditions. And lived experience also in terms of openness fights stigma, because so many people have lived with mental health conditions and the openness reduces stigma. In my country, some years back, the Prime Minister had leave of absence, had to have sick leave because of depression. I think this was one of the most important things he ever did, was to be very open, to say, I am suffering from depression, I am on leave, and then he returned and continued for another 4 years as Prime Minister. And I don't remember much of the other things he did, but his openness there really helped reduce stigma in my country. In addition to lived experience, another main way of fighting stigma is to provide human-centered services that promote dignity, that are not bad for people. And one reason people don't want to be associated with mental health conditions and care is that often this care is not good enough. I know here you have very good care, but around the world it's not always like that, and that continues the stigma. And there's some interesting comments about decision making when you're angry, and we know that when you're stressed, this is a reaction to being threatened. We get stressed because we're afraid. And being afraid of something dangerous is actually very natural and useful. And what makes us afraid? It could be threats to our health, it could be threats to our dignity, it could be feeling humiliation, it could be feeling that you don't manage well enough, that you perceive that you don't have the resources available. That my boss wants me to do something, but I don't have the time or the skills, and then you get stressed. And one of the stress reactions is anger. So I completely agree, there are many things we shouldn't do when we're angry. At the same time, I'd like to defend the anger a little bit, because there's a lot of energy in anger. When we get depressed and we withdraw and we just disappear, we lose that energy. But of course, I don't recommend acting on the anger and taking it out on the wife or the dog or the boss, but to recognize that anger and say, maybe there's some energy here that we could channel in a good way. And there was another question saying, do you think everyone is happy at the AU? Do you think everyone is happy at Africa CDC or Norwegian Institute of Public Health? Of course not. I mean, it is normal to encounter stress. It's quite normal to be miserable from time to time. And we cannot prevent that from happening. I mean, it will happen sometimes. What we can do is to strengthen how we respond to it. And that is really everybody's responsibility as well. Then there was a question about, there was a comment on leave it behind and move on. You know, and there's another saying that living well is the best revenge. It's difficult. It's easy to say and difficult to do, to let grudges go. Luckily, again, there are evidence-based techniques that have shown to be effective to actually leave things behind. So let's use the knowledge and the skills that are there already and these techniques. And I mentioned some of those in the stress management techniques that I have. I think I have responded to the ones I wrote down. There was a question about the survey of what affects mental health at the AU. That is not for me to answer, but I know there are many surveys, much research on what affects mental health in workplaces from many, many institutions and countries. And that knowledge we should build on and use, because we know a lot about what are the risk factors, what produces bad mental health, and we know a lot about the protective factors, or what actually promotes good mental health. And we should take it seriously and implement it in our policies and in our everyday life. Thank you.
Okay, thank you all for inspirational and informative comments and also questions. I'm going to address only some of them because Director and Professor, they addressed almost all. Let me address Dr. Jones' concern because, I think I passed somewhere, but it's right. Like family, we can take stresses from family to work and also vice versa. Okay, they are almost equally contributing to one another. So, sorry for highlighting it, just passing it, but just let's take that with us. The other one is about stigma and discrimination. Yes, it's there. Even here, it's very, very, very difficult, you know. So we are doing all our best to keep the confidentiality of our staff members. We are not disclosing to anyone to the extent of me hiding myself. Because whenever I'm moving around in the compound, whenever I meet one of my clients, of course we are very close and we hug one another, and it's really noticeable, and I see people are not comfortable for that. So I start to hide myself. So my clients are our staff members, most of them, when they come to see me for the first time in the compound, most of them. So to that extent, we use coding, we do in our recording, and so the confidentiality is there, but still the stigma and discrimination is really exists. We have to hide our office at the back. For the renewal purpose, I moved to the new clinic and I lost many of my clients. I started to do online. Doctor, please, I'm not comfortable to go there. So this is really very significant that we need to work on the prevention, especially on the awareness raising activities, even in AU and also beyond. So awareness raising is very, very important. In our programs, even it's better always to focus on prevention, because prevention is always cheaper than treatment. Especially mental health treatment is very, very expensive, time-taking, and it's very long-term. So it's always better to focus on the early assessment, early identification, and also in working on the prevention rather than the treatment because of the expense it can incur. The other question raised from HR from Sister Sebda, there are various surveys done in different parts of in different institutions even, but here in African Union we didn't do it yet. We have our well-established data with us. We know what are the contributing factors specifically for African Union, the key potential, but as there we have our data. But in the future, as Director said, we are developing a QR so that every staff member using his or her phone and go into the QR and assess, do a self-assessment. And we started it with IT directorate. We are working together. It's almost ready. Even we were trying to make it ready for this event, but we couldn't do that. So after maybe 2 months or 3, we will have our QR so that our staff members can do self-assessment on many of the assessment tools. We already have about 7 or 8 assessment tools in the QR, and it's on the way. For today, even we have assessments. If you like, we have a tent in our booth, so you can go and do assessment for burnout. We have assessment tool for burnout, for anxiety, big anxiety inventory we have. We have for depression. At least for today, we choose to have 3 assessment tools, so you can do self-assessment. The comment about the need for integration between staff association, medical, and HR is very important. Even though it's not formally well structured and well established, our cases are taking us to work together with different directorates in AIM. For example, we are closely working with HR in relation with our cases having HR-related issues, and also with different directorates we are closely working, but it needs to be in a way that's well structured, more formalized. We will have, I think, in the future, we can work on that, and it's a very good input. I think it's enough. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. So I think, yes, please.
Before we go, I just want to stress on 2 things. The first is issue of leave. We've been pushing managers to allow staff to go on leave, but I think it's basically the responsibility of the staff as well. Until you request the leave, how will the manager know that you need leave? The directors want to achieve. So if you are working, I don't think it's something, because leave is an entitlement. So we should know, and our role is to tell staff when you have a leave, you have to take a leave. Except where the manager or the director refuse to approve the leave, then that is where we come in. But I also want to say that staff association and medical, I think our working relationship is very formalized. We've been working, Director Medical have never had an activity without us. We always been engaged. All the activities that have been on that team, we are fully involved. I just want to reiterate that our engagement with medical is really cordial. Maybe I don't know about HR, staff association, medical coming together. That's maybe the component HR is what to work on. But for staff association, our activities, that is why you see us here. Who is organizing the staff association? Kevin is sitting down right here. This afternoon we have a football game, staff association and medical. So our engagement is fully intertwined and we are working together. That's why you see all the activities of medical, the staff association and medical working hand in hand. So we continue doing that, and our commitment to the welfare of staff. I was just telling the director that we are planning to see if we have sponsors to build a mini football stadium right in the compound here. so that people will leave from office and just go there and do their activities. There are so many activities we are working in and with medical also, because once we ready that, you also advise us what and what we should have there in stand up in case someone is injured or all those things. So our commitment here is today, I will have to say again, we are highly committed as staff association to ensuring that staff welfare is very catered for, and we are always with the Director of Medical to make sure anytime we are called upon, you have our full support, and we are always there as staff association on your side, hand in hand to work with you to make sure that the welfare and the well-being of the staff is catered for. Thank you.
So I think Ato Adamo will be taking the floor to close us with his remarks. I call him Ato Adamo because he has exactly an Ethiopian name, a typical Ethiopian name.
See, so my citizenship is coming.
On the way.
Okay, I'm not going to do any long speech. We have a lot of events to do there. I want to say that we are the ones who take care of ourselves. If I remember my secretary from the medical school, there is something that is called mental defense mechanisms. Something to do with coping. One of them is coping, actually. Let me take us back to COVID when it came. There was no non-vaccine against COVID at the time. There was no single medicine that you take. But there are some non-pharmaceutical methods, which are mostly public health methods, if you remember. They ask you to put some mask, to wash your hands, to keep distance, to travel less. Some countries even closed down because there was no way to address it. My brotherly advice to you, try to prevent yourself from going to mental health problems. Cope with what you have. Avoid that bitterness. Avoid that continuous stress. Find a place for yourself, because the work will never finish. The work is here, it's literally here after we're done. So you have to cope and at the same time prevent yourself from burnout. Prevent, because once you are the human resource, by the time you are down, the whole goal is defeated. You are not doing your job. So we may not have, I'm not aware, maybe I have our specialists here. I don't think we have any vaccine against mental health. I'm not sure if we have any vaccine that you take which will stop you from having mental health. So first of all, if you have it, admit that you have it and seek care. If you don't have it, prevent it. Safeguard yourself. If someone in finance is holding your payment, don't think he's just a terrible person who hates you. He might be overwhelmed with the work. And the same thing if you have a medical claim, one of my doctors is not paying you your medical claim or approving it, don't think that these guys are terrible people, they are heartless, or somebody from HR is not doing what we want them to do, or our friends in procurement are not giving us a PO, and we continue to criticize them, we call them names. That will not help anyone. You need to really safeguard your health. You are not talking about procurement, you are talking about your own health. By the time you take that bitterness, just give benefit of doubt. Think that they are all good people. They are not able to do their job for one reason or another. So safeguard yourself, report if you have a symptom. Anything you feel is not going well with you, come and report it. It's not shameful to say you have some mental health problems. It's not shameful. So my advice to you is to please take care of yourself. We will have more of such meetings like my brother from Liberia said. Maybe we should organize even more events subject to funding. And we will think outside the box to find ways of getting money, even if it is small, to do this kind of events where there is an awareness. I'm sure people have learned one or two things today. So please, we have to be together. It's not the director of medical, it's not the Federate, it's not the staff union. It is you. Finally, said if you point one finger at somebody, the other three are pointing back at you, and the bigger one is reporting you to God Almighty. So be very friendly with one another, stop stress, stop the accusations, help yourself, and remain healthy. That's my advice. Thank you so much.
This sounds good. I like it. Right? Okay, great. So
Yes,
we're gonna have an amazing afternoon.
yes, that's what it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Based on what the director said, and based on my own experience, do not carry work home. Even if it means they're going to stay up to 12 in the night, leave everything on the desk and go home and relax. Because I always tell my children, mental health is a serious problem. It's the only one there is not prevented. It's difficult. When you're affected, you're affected. If you have a kidney problem, you remove one will stay.
Yeah.
But there's no way that you go to some part of the brain and remove some, the other part is going to stay. So let's learn to leave the work here when we are going home, go home, relax yourself. Our director has advised us already. Let us leave the work here. If you leave late, it's okay. But leave the work here, go home, and relax yourself. When you're coming to work, leave your family problem there.
Yeah.
Leave it right there, home, and come to work. So your mental health, which is very important, will not affect you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Happy Lifestyle Day.
Happy Lifestyle Day. Thank you, Madam El Shaddai. Please, you can come across and buy the fresh food. Well, let me go to the restaurant. ELFARUS. Thank you so much. They are in the corner down the road. We're going to eat the food, fresh food this afternoon. And then we have Sodere International Hotel. AU branch. They are in the corner giving us the food. After we have Addis International catering services. They are here. Mr. Aisha too is right here. This is the general manager. He's inviting to come and eat their fresh food this afternoon. Thank you, Mr. Aisha too from Addis International Catering. Dana Reflexology. Dana. They are experts in the massage, foot massage, right? I'm still bringing my foot to do the massage. I'll be there in short. Avocado, luxury spa, and bistro. They are here in the house. Avocado, please come around. You want to say something, please? Where's the marketing team? Come over. We appreciate the music, that background, little bit. Avocado, please come. To this place. Avocado. Even the lady looks fresh like avocado. What's her name, please? Santa. Santa, thank you so much for coming. What can we get from your side here?
Front of Snap Plaza. So we have a different massage therapist and massage and spa.
Where are you located?
Snap Plaza.
Snap Plaza, Ibole? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, madam. And then I have Wudasi Diagnostic. Wudasi. Kevina, please don't go. Please come over. Kevin, come over here. Okay. We have Wudasi Diagnosis. Is anyone there to come and represent your company? Wudasi. Raha Spa. Raha Spa. Anyone from Raha Spa? Raha Spa. Okay. Dark Pharmacy. Dark Pharmacy. If I have a headache, I know where to get the medication. Atoyaba, Chief Protocol. Thank you so much. Yeah. And then we have Madam Heart Gallery. Sir. Hello, sir. Madam Heart Gallery. You can buy your fine works over there. The price is different here. It's very cheap. And we have Platinum, Ethiopian Stroke Foundation, Swiss Diagnostics, Dream Orthopedics, Istanbul. They're always there. Istanbul. Then I have my cousin sister here. Specialized on the grab one, please. Have a coffee. Swiss, please come over. Mr. Zanale. Anyone hearing Zanale, they're good men. Zanale, please come over. Thank you. They're coming. Thank you. Apple coffee. This is for the MC. Yes, this is music down, please. Music down. What's your name?
Free word artist.
Oh,
Free Ewords.
Free Ewords. I know that Free Ewords. They are very popular in Addis Ababa. Is it available today? The price is it friendly?
Yes, we are actually giving free art therapy and we're giving art space. So we are free actually for today. So it's very affordable.
It's very affordable. You can approach them, so it's very affordable. Your name? What's your name?
Free Ewords.
Free Ewords. So you are the owner. Oh, the CEO is here. Let me give you a hug. Thank you so much for coming. We're going to visit you in a few minutes. On our programs here this afternoon, exactly 1:30, right? We're going to start the buffet. Then after that, we have Zumba dance. Yeah, we have Zumba dance today. We have bicycle riders. We have football. So I'm going to give the mic to our director. Medical Director Dr. Adamu is here to open the floor for the buffet. The food is here. Excellency, this is the mic. African food.
Okay, thank you, my DJ, my MC, my everything. Hello, AU, are you here? I cannot see AU, where are you? Okay, AU.
We are here.
Good. So today is our day. We want everyone to enjoy himself, to do whatever you want to do, but you have to remain healthy. For today, we are asking all of you to pay attention to yourself. No laptops, no emails, no computers, no reminders, no deadlines. The only thing you do here is to take care of yourself and your body. So we welcome you to this year, Africa Healthy Lifestyle Day 2025, which is focusing on mental health. We all want to be mentally healthy and sound and strong and productive, and I'm told that at the extreme end of this corridor you can find some lunch. We have invited our beautiful spouses who have agreed to give us various African cuisine. If you want to test West Africa food, go over there. You want to test injera, you are welcome. You want to get South African food, it will be available. You are welcome here, and we officially open this event. I will ask every one of you. We also have coffee, forgive me. I see the coffee woman is making a green. We have coffee.
Apple coffee.
We have the coffee here. It's the Ethiopian coffee. And I like that coffee. I tried it last year. And I want to try it this year also. Thank you so much for that great coffee. And later from now, a few minutes from now, a few hours from now, we will have the Zumba dance. I'm going to see who will be the champion of this Zumba dance today. I think our DJs and everyone is ready. We are all excited, and I wish you a great day, full of enjoyment, and outside your offices. Thank you so much. Back to our DJ and our MC, my brother Michel.
Thank you so much. That's the voice of our medical director, Dr. Adamu. In few minutes, we're going to open the buffet. Then we are waiting for the DG to be here, and the director of medical to open the buffet. They are on their way. Give 5 minutes. I think I just got a call from the chairperson office, and let me reply. So we'll wait for a few minutes, and then we'll open the buffet. Thank you so much, Excellency. On the list, on the program for this afternoon, Lifestyle 2025, we're going to start the Zumba, and the Zumba is part of the program. Are we ready for this? Spousey, you can join them. They left. They just brought the food and left. Wow. From upstairs, from the 19 up to the 1, please come down. Come down from the 19th floor. It's Mitchell. Come out. I can see someone from the 18th, 17th floor. Sila is here. Sila, please call your roommates to come down. Furaha, please come down. Everybody should come down. From the 19th floor. Not the 20th, eh? We don't know what is the 20th floor. Where's the t-shirt? T-shirt. 2 minutes. Okay. So, DJ, you ready for the music? First, second, third, you know? Tosin. Where's Tosin? Okay. In 2 minutes, we're going to start. I mean, in 3 minutes. Sorry. Okay. Meanwhile, you can give us the music. No, if you don't join the group, no t-shirt. If you don't join the group, no t-shirt. People grab the t-shirts and disappear. Not this year. Number 1, please come and stand here. Number 1, you stand here. Okay, number 1. Now. Oh, don't go. If you go, yes. Okay, give me my t-shirt. Puedes atrevida, hablas de mucho, pero no tienes salida. Ahora demuéstrame.
doing? I'm here to confirm.
Line up.
Line up.
Di ba tayo nabili? Sebagai pelayan ambulans within 8 days.
Use your energy.
Go.
I'm on a belief, and no deceive. I'm on a belief, and no deceive. I'm on a belief, and no deceive. I'm on a belief, and no
I hope you're not sick. This secret say where you carry for back in the baby the come back to yourself. Oh la la la, your body fine. I'm in your mind, you blow my mind. I don't wanna waste your time, so please be nice, so make you mine. Kiss the faithful from the morning till the night. Oh la la la, la 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 la. Baby, I keep going, baby. I try up my secret. Find me my people. Twist your waist, twist your waist. Yeah, but I see you. Turn up my secret. To find your people, baby. Baby, such a this long number one. Jaja, you put the jaja. 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 Jaja, you put the jaja.
Sigue el tutorial. Let me see you do it. You know what for
Pop it, drop it, lock it. 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 Shake, 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 shake.
That is playing versus African Union football team, and it is going to be next Saturday. So the trainer, we done? One more? The DG is waiting over there to kick off the ball. Okay, one more. Dr. Brooks said one more. And follow your step. And after that, we go and watch Manchester. Yes. Thank you so much. This is the end of the Zumba for the Lifestyle 2025 here in the African Union. My name is Michi Olani, aka DJ Toxa. Round of applause for the two. Thank you. We're going to do the same thing here next year. Thank you so much. You got energy. Now we're going to the football pitch to watch Arsenal and Manchester. And all our service providers, you're going to get a certificate today. You're going to get a certificate today. All of you. All the service providers. During the match, you're going to get it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You good? Muhammad, my God,
This one?
He's in the Yes, yes. Relax. Go! Ya Ahmad. Berang kita bunda aja. Mahmud, easy. Ahmad.
Muhammad, I missed 3 so far. I'm playing volleyball.
Ahmad, kita kan udah buru dah hidup.
Hey!
Sami.
Ya Corner, corner. Man. Those are that one, Mohammed. That one. Oui. You know what? Shoot. Martana. Odoala. No. Sis ሊያልቅ ነው ያዝ አረ በርቱ ብሪያን ጎል Yes boy Morna. Taye. Sisa yana billaka. Markan Alito. Wado ala. መቀየር አለበት።
Communicate! Go, against there, yes. Sis. He's playing all time. Keep pushing.
That was a keeper. Mana? Dia ni tempat dia tu.
I think Wolves versus
We shall win. Yes. We shall win.
Kuasa ada jela mandis. Kuasa ada jela. Itu hal. ጫማ ስር
ሽክሙ ላይ ታምኛላችሁ።
Wow. Sami.
Hey, come on, receive the ball.
ጀግና ወጥቷል። አይዞሽ የወጣው ኳስ ነው። አቤላ ሃርድ ዲስኩን ነቀሉታ። ቼክ አድርገው እስቲ በእናት እዛ ፒሲ ጋር ነበር።
This is a team deal. Yes. Ready? Come on.
Yes, all our sponsors should be here to get your certificate of appreciation. All the sponsors, thank you. You are coming. Ismail, you cannot play even orange. Only please come over. Yes. Yeah. The match can continue, eh? Yes, the match can continue. Yes. So all the sponsors, please come over here. The cameraman. Please come on. I'm going to give the mic to the director to give you a few words. Thank you, director.
Okay, Michelle. Good evening, everyone. This is the right time for us to appreciate the people who made this event possible through their generous donations, contributions, but also their positive and very active participation in this event. And they make the event so colorful today. We think it's even better than last year. So I think it's right time for us to call them by name. If they're still around, we hand them over our token certificate for appreciation. And we hope next year they will join us also. And we hope to get even new members. So, Michelle, we're starting with the great hospital, Etio Istanbul. Are we here? Oh, this is man. He even looks Turkish. Are you from Turkey? Congratulations. This is our certificate. Good luck. Congratulations. Yeah. We have the great Ethiopian Stroke Foundation. Are they here? Oh, they are here. Great foundation. Thank you so much for collaborating with us. We hope next year you will come back to us also. Fantastic. This is for you. I need to shake your hand also. Okay, congratulations. Now we have a big one. The Swiss Diagnostics Ethiopia. Are they around? Swiss is here. Oh, fantastic Swiss. Are you from Switzerland? Oh, fantastic. Congratulations. Thank you for your donations. I hope you will continue with us next year. Congratulations. Okay, right. We have another one. Medan Art Therapy. Are they here? The therapy guys. Medan. Oh, they are playing football. Okay, we will come back to them. No stress, no worry. Yes. Raha Spa. Are we here? Oh, great, Raha. Good to see you. Congratulations. We hope to retain our collaboration with you next year and even beyond. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now I think we have a veteran with us, Dr. Job. I will be calling the names while he will be giving the others to them, especially when the next one starts with Avocado, Luxury Spa, and Bistro. Oh, that's definitely. Congratulations. Get from Dr. Job. You can have a handshake with Dr. Job also. Thank you so much. We hope to continue with you next year and beyond that. Thank you. Oh, Madam is here. Madam, clap for Madam. Madam is coming. Oh, she's a dancing queen. Oh, congratulations, Madam. Great work. Get from Dr. Job. We hope to link up next year. We hope we'll continue the collaboration. Thanks a lot. Yes. What of Dana Reflexology? Are they here? They know reflex in every part of the human body. Right?
That's right.
So, Dr. Job, please hand it to them. Congratulations. We hope to continue business with you.
There.
Yeah. Congratulations. Thank you. The next one is a fresh corner. Oh, those are fresh people. Please come here. Get your certificate from our Dr. Job. Get a handshake. Thank you so much. We hope next year you will be with us and beyond next year. Fresh corner. Congratulations. Thank you. There is another one. Zambil Promotion PLC. Zambil is here. Yeah. Clap for Zambil, please. Have a handshake with Dr. Job. Congratulations. We hope to connect next year and beyond. And then Denk Pharma, the big pharma. Are they here? Oh, the big pharma is here. Congratulations. We hope to see you next year and beyond. And we wish you more business, more profit, and more growth. Now, the last but not the least, Wodasi Diagnostic Center. Yeah, welcome on board. Wodasi, congratulations. Great. We hope to see you next year and beyond next year. Oh, great. Congratulations. So there are many, many more certificates to individuals, to other groups. Those ones we are going to send them in one way or another. We are going to get them. But for now, allow me to thank you so much for your collaboration, contributions, and definitely next year we will do even better than this one. Dr. Job, you have final words to say? Okay, he just said shukran. Thank you, everyone.
Shukran.
Okay.
Thank you, Director.
Okay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we still have other certificates for the AU staff. That will not be happening today, according to the Madam Jerry. So we'll keep you updated. But for all our sponsors, I'm a Sekinalo.
Oh. So continue watching the football. Sadly, they eliminated my team, but we'll continue to keep watching till the end. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
Director, you need to be practicing all your team need to be practicing every time. I can be their coach anyway. Thank you, Director. Well, the music is still on. The program is still on. And if you are going home, drive safely. And if you are walking, please look right, left before you cross the road. DJ music, please.
si buruda. Nikamwambia pame tu ni buruda. Washa hata kitu buruda. Na kama sio case, kama uko fresh, hapa hata mikasi. Ananiuliza nani jina lako? Kama la miguu jaiva, kama la miguu coach, kama la miguu striker. Akaniuliza utani kama lako, kama la miguu jaiva, kama la miguu coach.
That's a man piano, let's go.
Mtoto alivyoona venye nimepoa. Nilichukulia poa.
Go down, go down, go down. Lock it. Look at the little kids there. They're beating you guys, man.
Nimelewa soni mbele, soni nyuma, soni juu, soni chini, tundu liko wapi? Soni mundu, soni kijema, kwani njia iko wapi? Kama na wakwaza semeni, hautukwaze tajiri. Kama na wabu semeni, hautukwaze tajiri. Kama na gugu semeni, hauna gugu tajiri. Kama na baya semeni, hauna baya tajiri. Let's rock the piano, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Everyone, can you join the team, please? How come the security know how to play football? Commissioner! I can't believe my eyes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming towards the end of the today's program by honoring the winners. But I believe that the second security, I'm going to give the mic to the director of medical, Director Adamu.
Okay, we have come to the time when we have to recognize the winners and the best team. But before then, the second best team. You agree with me, this was a big contest between the medical team, which actually is the best one. Somehow they did not score. Then the second is actually the security team, and I'm not surprised. They keep us safe, and they always are strong, and they're hardworking, and they're very close to us. We take care of your health, they take care of your security. So they deserve everything they get. I don't know if I should call the commissioner to receive this trophy from us. Congratulations, Commissioner, and the security team. Fantastic. That's the team. That's the team. That's the security team. Right. Now let's have all the members. We are coming here. Oh yeah. Clap for the security team. Team. That's right. Right. Okay. Thank you, security. Yeah. So, now every contest there must be a winner. And this time around, the yellow team, which is also the transport team, the youngest one, the most energetic one, they're here. Before we call the boss, we want to give the medal to each one of them as a sign of appreciation and recognition of their effort. Please have your medal. Congratulations. The next one, have your medal. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
That's another medal. Congratulations. I hope the medal will become a promotion for you. Tell HR to give you promotion because of this. So, congratulations. That's another medal. I think even the boss should have a medal.
No.
Yeah, we have one extra. Oh, so the medical is looking so much for even one medal, they can't get it. So now the big and the most important trophy for the winners that happen to be the transport, the yellow team. Allow me to have a trophy. Oh yes, that is cute. That's the transport team. Congratulations. Those are the winners. Okay. Yeah. That's the winner. Those are the winners. Congratulations very much. The boss of transport, you should be here. Yeah, this is exactly the trophy with the winner. Clap for the winners one more time. This is the winners. So much. Fantastic. Congratulations. Yeah. So Dr. Job, being a very wise man, said that we have one final medal left, and we want to be gender sensitive. We want to recognize the role of one of us from medical, Sister Jerusalem.
Yeah. Where is she?
Come. We will give you a medal as a sign of gender equality and sensitivity. Thank you so much for all your hard work. Congratulations, you also have a medal. So this is actually the end of the competition, probably the end of the event, but it will be good for all of us to have a group picture with all the teams and everyone together so we keep in our record. Yeah, those are the winners. We are going to have a picture one more time. All the teams.
All the teams.
All the teams, all the players.
All the players.
Yeah, that's the team. That's the winner.
Yeah, all the medical team. We want the pictures.
Okay, let's go. All teams, please. Let's have a picture. Yeah. Find the place. Stay. We have a group picture.
Yeah, the group pictures, please.
Okay.
With the director. All the players first. Then later on the medical team. Woo! One more time.
1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3.
Good team. Good team. Good team.
Fantastic. Thank you. Fantastic.